Hello, guys. Let me just pick this. Okay. So today with me in my podcast, I have my dear friend Amanda. Am I pronouncing the name right?
Yes.
Or is it Amanda or Amanda?
Uh, in America is Amanda, but I like the way you say it better.
Okay, so I have here my dear friend Amanda or Amanda, and she's an artist and a tarot reader. And today we are going to talk about perfectionism. And at the same time, we are going to paint with our finger or the whole hand. We'll see, maybe all the fingers, and see how messy we can be. And if you hear any noise, it's my cat. My cat is very interesting cat, so she knows when to do noises. Oh my God. So I'm sorry for that. But yeah, hello Amanda, and thank you so much for coming in my podcast.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me on. I'm super excited to be here. Um, when you reached out and said you were doing a podcast, that sounded something my heart immediately was like, oh, that's I have to respond. So,
Well, I'm happy you did. And now we can talk about a great topic, which I think everyone has it.
hmm yeah.
And it's like a disease, to be honest, because I can see in myself that I still have, even though I did 6 years of healing so far, like conscious healing, and I still have it in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter how much I heal, I can still see myself like having those wounds of abandonment, rejection, and I just want to be perfect. So I won't be rejected or abandoned.
Yeah, it goes so deep. It just and you know, we as humans are so kind of socially programmed toward the way that society is sort of even set up.
Mhm.
So it's in our DNA, it's in our lineage, and it's in our society.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, like you said, it's in our lineage, and I believe all of our ancestors had it.
Yeah.
Of course, it's
And
also
it's historically kind of tied to this survival thing too. It's like
hmm
really hard to unwind it because it's about safety at the end of the day. It's like if I don't do this right, um,
I'm
you know,
gonna
I'm gonna get either rejected or something bad is gonna happen.
yeah, or I'm gonna get punished. So in
hmm
order to keep like the peace, even though that's not actually peace, but in order to keep that, we need to just be perfect little human beings because it started since in our childhood.
Yeah.
For example, if our parents were angry or they are tired coming from work, we just shouldn't be messy or make noises or
hmm
say something in return and just be perfect, like know how to talk and how to walk and how to dress and how to have all the good grades, for example. Like this is exhausting when you just think about it,
Yeah, it is.
and very sad.
Yeah, it takes away that little inner child part of us so early.
True.
And that's our connection, to our essence, our truth.
Mhm. Now that I think about exhaustion, it was for me like that. Like I tried so much to get love like that, to be perfect and get love in that indirect way, like being perfect. So I had to just try to achieve everything, but in
Mm,
a perfect way, not to have bad emotions, which is not normal, natural, or uh, we are not robots, and even robots are not
hmm
good. Yeah, so don't feel always good, but always to achieve perfect grades and to be perfect in every way and to clean the house and like this is not natural.
No, no.
When you think about natural disasters, they also exist. So when they exist, of course, it will exist inside of us too, because
Yeah.
we are like 70% of water or 80%.
Hmm. And in that messiness, there is beauty. There's things to be learned. And when we squish ourselves down into the acceptable social or societal or our family's definition of what's okay, we lose so much of ourselves and so much exploration and learning and growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that's like been the biggest challenge for me as an artist is to remember that it's, you know,
Yeah, I cannot even ever start to paint as well, even just for fun, because I need it to be perfect.
yeah.
And that's not how it should be, because we also need to do stuff just for fun or just for the sake of it,
Yeah.
just for the heck of it, and not just to be perfect art so we can also make money, because this is also tied, at least for me, like with my perfectionism, and to show my parents or the society that I can do it.
Hmm. Yeah.
But even my cat was making noises, and I was like, this podcast need to be perfect. But my cat is not letting me because she's making noises, and I was just thinking aloud.
I'm gonna stir things up back there.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. She's very, very an old soul, and she's not like a normal cat. I don't know, because when I see some cats on TikTok, for example, she's different.
Hmm.
She's very, very like an old lady. Like you need to get permission to just talk with her.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. Like there's some cats that you can just tell that they're just very self-aware. They're very there with like they have this strong consciousness. And then there's some cats that I mean, I love all cats, obviously, but there's some cats that they seem more just like playful and
Yeah,
just kind of like ah.
true. But how did you start the healing the perfectionism? But at the same time, we can start painting whenever you feel ready.
Um, gosh, when did I started kind of realizing that I needed to work on it because there was there was a point where I was in my spiritual growth where I was just like, okay, I needed to start doing something. And that was like when I started painting a lot. And then I started putting all these expectations on my paintings. And then I stopped making as much art, because it became like, okay, I drained the fun out of it because it became for a reason and a purpose and it had to be a certain way. And so it's like, okay, now I've got to step back and kind of almost go back to square one and like remember we're just doing this because we enjoy doing it. That's the purpose of it. you know.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to incorporate in my art practice, like just get up and just do something fun and for no reason before I work on anything else.
True.
You can have both. You can have your more, your bigger projects, but always kind of like go back to that inner child and
And play.
play with her first and make that first priority,
Yeah.
you know, because otherwise she kind of takes the reins and she puts the kibosh on it. She's like, no, you're not gonna make me a workhorse here, you know. We got to start with play.
Yeah, I agree. But as you said, like it starts in childhood. And now I was also thinking, for example, if parents also tell you like you are not doing it good, or you are trying to teach your child also like to color it in the lines, not to
Lines, yeah,
express
yeah.
themselves. Because I was also feeling like with the throat, like it's trying to express your self, your authentic self, of course, you're always going to be like held back, or I'm not going to do this because I will make a mistake, or I'm not going to be perfect. But
Yeah.
also, for example, when your parents also tell you, ah, you cannot sing, or the family members, it depends with who you grow up. Of course, you're gonna, as a child, you're gonna internalize it.
Hmm.
You're gonna start to believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, when I sang as a kid, because I liked to make up my own songs, and I think I got a little keyboard when I was young for Christmas, and I remember like there's this energy of like you're being too loud, number one. You're bothering me, and there's this feeling of like, yeah, you're not good, and like it's got to be more adult like instead of like encouraging the just the expression. It's okay if you're not perfect when you're like 5, right? It's not, that's not the point of it.
Mm-hmm. True.
So yeah, it gets shut down pretty early. I think I would have pursued art or music maybe more if there was like more encouragement on that area.
I don't know how I did it, for example, because my essence is so highly feminine, but I was so much in my masculine energy because of survival and out of fear. And I don't know how I did it. Now, when I think about it, and if I am in this kind of energy to go back to do it again, I wouldn't be able to be in that kind of energy still.
Yeah.
Like it's not possible for me anymore like that. I exhausted so much myself that I completely did stuff not based on my intuition but counterintuitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this topic is so broad that we can talk about anything.
It's true.
And you, my cat. Let me show you what I can do right now. This is cute. But yeah, if you want, we can start to paint. At the
Okay.
same time, we can talk.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna paint, but let's see.
I was kind of thinking about this, like, what are the things that I consider like ugly or bad? Like, what do I tend to avoid? And I think that number one thing is like I don't like straight lines. I like lots of
Uh,
circles and curves.
Me too, me too. What are you doing?
And I also, it's funny because I don't actually like white.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
I usually paint my canvases before I even start anything on them. And I always put a color up first.
mhm.
Oh.
So you paint all the canvas in one color first.
Yeah, it's something I've just started doing. And now it's like a total habit. That'll be a challenge to start with white today.
Nice. I'm gonna start with, because I always start with different colors,
Hmm.
like dark colors. Today I'm gonna choose more like bright colors and paint like a child. Messy. I forgot to buy white because I thought I have, but it's over. Like
Oh no.
now I Have to go back to the store. But I didn't buy it today. I bought it a long time ago. Not that much. I mean, last month, I think.
I have a very bad habit of not putting the cap back on my paint, so it dries out.
Uh, yeah, I understand. Mhm.
I also really like symmetry in my paintings, so I'm gonna try to
Not do symmetry.
do something asymmetrical. We'll see how it goes.
I understand. Do it.
Hmm.
But these colors I bought are very good and very high quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, this is the green. Look,
Oh wow. These are the ones that I always use. Are
how much
called
do these? Do they cost?
Grumbacher is pretty high. I guess it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Medium expensive, I think.
Yeah, these two. I've been focusing so much on the negative emotions and just releasing. I need some joy in my life. I'm trying to be joyful but messy.
Yes, it's been so heavy lately with the energies and so much purging.
Yeah, and it was also the eclipse. Plus, it's Pluto in Capricorn, and I'm a Capricorn. Plus, I have Capricorn stellium. Oh my God.
You have a Capricorn. Oh my gosh, yeah. I
Yeah,
have a Capricorn moon, so
but I'm Capricorn Sun, and I think Neptune and something else. I have it on Capricorn.
wow. So have you apparently since 2008, it's
Yeah,
been, do you
I'm
feel
going to be good after November. I think. I hope.
do you remember what happened in 2008? Do you feel like there's been like,
What happened in 2008? I remember that I was actually in US in 2008.
oh yeah?
Yeah, because my aunt graduated from Harvard, so me and my grandmother went to visit her. But we
Oh.
didn't go immediately because she had to find first a job and an apartment because otherwise we wouldn't be able to stay anywhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I was also kind of gaining weight,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, more like I was still in the primary school, but in the eighth to ninth grade, something like this. But, but still, school, it was very hard for me. I hated school. I felt so stupid. That's why one of the reasons I also wanted to be perfect
Oh.
because school was so bad. I still hate it. No matter how much I release, I just don't like school. School is not good. And the stress, I don't know how I managed. The stress killed me.
So it was just a lot of pressure for you or
Yeah, because I had to be perfect and to have all A's. Now you can imagine.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
So your family really put that expectation.
Yeah, since I was little.
it's crazy to me that they make it such a thing, like even in like first grade, second grade.
Yeah.
Kids don't need the pressure of like
No.
grades at that age.
No. But a lot have happened, to be honest, even before 2008. I remember I even wanted to die if I had a bad grade.
Oh my goodness. Mm. Did you feel, was there anything about school that you liked? It was just all stress.
Just stress.
Yeah.
And also I like learning as fun as to play, like, but they didn't make it like that. I'm gonna do that for my children one day. Like I'm gonna homeschool them.
Yeah, I think homeschooling is kind of the way to go. That's what I would do.
If the system is like this still, of course. Like I don't like it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun.
Me too.
It's so cute. The colors that I chose. They look like candy.
My teachers told my parents to hold me back in first grade, so I had to repeat first grade.
Oh my God. That's so why? Why did they do that?
Well, here's the crazy thing. Like I always thought that it was because I had bad grades, but the truth was that I didn't have bad grades. The teacher just thought that I was, apparently my parents told me she said that I was not socially like at the level of the other kids.
Socially. But
And I remember she always tried to keep me away from my best friend. And I think she thought I was too attached to my best friend. So she was always separating us and putting us on the opposite ends of the classroom.
I hate it so much.
So that was like my safety person, you know? And I think she just didn't understand that, like, that there was nothing wrong with that.
Mhm. Yeah. That's so stupid because you cannot repeat grade if your grades are okay. Like this is weird.
It was so weird. And then I was more isolated and more alone because I didn't know anybody in that lower grade. And they
But she
all of my
actually made you more like that, like more
yeah,
insecure and more.
that's what I'm saying. Like taking me out of my current grade and putting me back a grade did not help my social skills.
Yeah, you made it
It
worse.
made it, yeah, it made it worse. And I also had dyslexia, which nobody diagnosed. So
Yeah,
I
I
was,
was also trying to ask you if you are divergent.
yeah,
Neurodivergent, I mean. But I think everyone who is neurodivergent is actually normal.
I agree.
So cute.
I really want this blue, but I can't get it out of the,
Ah, there is also all
it,
over.
it won't come out. It's dry.
Mhm.
Maybe I can get a tiny bit. Hmm. My family is very perfectionistic. Like my grandparents are very perfectionistic. Like my grandmother's house is always, everything is white. The sofas are white, the carpet is white, the counters are white, the cabinets are white, everything is white, and you can't you can't make a mess. Like there's it's It's like a magazine cover every time you go there. There's no room for messiness.
You know, this is bad. But also when people like my family and I think other families too that try to keep their image, that is also perfectionism.
Yes.
And even though that is fake, completely fake, it's not even messy, but fake. That is completely not real. But people who actually heal, they can see through that. But people who don't heal, they think, for example, that family is perfect. No, it's not.
Yes, our society really likes it. And like they, if you go to somebody's house and it's absolutely spick and span and like a magazine, you're like, oh wow, they have such a beautiful, and you get praised for it.
Mhm.
And I actually, my friends that are artists, their houses are messy, and I find it so interesting because, they have knickknacks, they have interesting artwork, they have, you know, boxes of crafts. And to me, that's like magic. It's so interesting and fun to be in that environment.
Look at my hands.
I'm still being too nice. You're
No,
good.
dip it, and
Yeah, I think I need to go a little more crazy.
you go all in. Imagine just like painting. Sometimes I feel like I need to paint myself and just jump into the canvas and just what comes out.
See, that's better. Now I'm getting somewhere.
Nice. What are you doing? Look what I did so far. Let me show it to you.
Oh, I like yours. That's cool. It looks happy.
Yeah, it looks happy. I never used these colors before. But these colors I love that I picked, like even in the store. They look so cool colors.
Yeah, I like that pink, that pinky red.
I made a butterfly, two butterflies. Who said transforming cannot be nice? Fun. I wish I can take a picture with my hands like this, but I don't know how. I'm gonna try. I wish my cat could help me.
I've seen that like people have they sell artwork with their cat's paws or like it's really funny.
Oh my god, the way I try to do that. My cat wouldn't let me. It was so difficult. I had to call a neighbor to help me with her paw because she didn't like it.
Like, what are you doing to me? I had some paper towels here somewhere.
I
I
thought
don't
maybe,
know what happened to them. But this is where we got so far. Really liking the like the dabbing.
yeah, it's fun.
You get like a nice texture.
Yeah. Oh, I think I have a solution. Because I with color.
I'm gonna get a paper towel. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I am trying to do with tripod if I can. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. But look at my hands now. I think I'm gonna choose another.
Well, I started out with a square and then I turned it into a circle because I can.
Oh my God, that's so cool. I like it so much.
This is actually really fun when you just like sort of
Yes, I like it.
naturally when I paint, I'm like using very thin layers, so this is fun to like really just put on a lot of thick paint.
But now I did my whole hands because I took another canvas.
You're doing a number two?
Because my canvas was small and I needed to do something else. What else did you find on the road releasing perfectionism?
Well, I just realized like just through being around my family a lot lately when I because I got Lyme disease back in 2018. So I had to stay with my family for the last couple of years and
Mm,
um,
that's good.
just watching them and noticing like how unnecessarily hard they make things with their like the need to make things perfect. You know, that was a big motivation for me personally to like learn to sort of chill out and release some of that because I saw that in myself, you know, that need to make things perfect and just so and it actually in the scheme of things doesn't matter.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know how I'm gonna wash my hands.
And my grandfather was also a fighter pilot in the Air Force, so being perfect was very much a must for him. Otherwise, he's going to crash the airplane. And
Of course.
I that military kind of mindset kind of permeates through my family line a lot. Like if you have a if you have a parent that's in the military, I feel like they get very much programmed into right and wrong, good
Hmm.
and bad, because that's a matter of survival for themselves and for their um, troop members or whatever you call them. You know,
Hmm.
you you're doing much better than me. I washed my hands, so
I have to wash them too, but it's okay. Like I've been doing this fingerprinting for some time now, and not much, but I really enjoy it because sometimes releasing emotions like this, it helped me. Like I would, for example, connect with emotions, and then I will pick the color that emotions is. For example, grief, deep blue,
yeah.
or anger, red, and stuff like this, like orange, or it depends on the person.
Hmm.
And then I would pick those colors and I would draw what with my finger whatever the emotion wants me, so it can be released. And it's cool. But now I don't know how to wash this. Oh my god, this is crazy. I become.
A lot of my work is very like channeled, so
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's important to balance that and just do some work from more of that inner child space instead of from that higher self. place because that comes so naturally for me.
Mm.
Like I can I can come up with channeled paintings all day long. But it's, some of the most powerful art that I am drawn to are, they're coming from a very raw place of emotion. So it's those paintings can be very powerful.
Mhm. This one came up like this. Let me show it to you. Look,
How cute.
just with my hands and fingers, like fire or something. It looks. I have like a moon and rising in Aries, Capricorn in Sun, and moon and rising in Aries. Sorry for the noise. These wet papers are not helping me. I need to
I
wash my hands.
think
But
I
this
think
has been so much fun for me. Like to be messy and not judged. I love when I was. I don't know if you saw let me think, the Princess Diary, I think,
Princess Diary, yeah.
with Anne Hathaway. Yes, and I love. Do you remember the mother having these balloons with paint, and then they just poof, they would throw the. Oh my God, what's it called? The arrow of the thing that plays like
Oh,
quite
the
forgot
target.
the name of the game.
Yeah.
But they would throw them at the balloon, and then when it hits the balloon, the color poof goes like this. And I love that. And I want to do that someday. But yeah, this is
Yeah.
mine. Let us show it to the camera, and then you can also take a picture so I can post it.
Okay.
These are mine. Look how cute.
I love yours.
And I also love yours. So much passion and so much energy flowing. Yeah, if we could only let these be like that in
Yes.
real life, the emotions to flow like that, it would be easier. But sometimes it's hard. It's hard because we don't have the role model.
Yeah.
Sometimes even calling our inner parents, it's not easy because they still haven't been uh, practiced that much of being a mother and a father, how it is to be like, because they never had role models.
Yeah.
So it's not easy still. Still, our inner children roll up and just take over. And we cannot be the parents. But reparenting is so hard.
It is. And this is so nice because doing this with you, it's just so much more fun and easy to let it go.
We should do more stuff like this, actually. I don't
Yes.
know why. I mean, I love it, but people are caught up in their works and stuff. But just to meet in Zoom and just hang out like this, since we are not physically in the same place, to do it in person. But we can use it online virtually. Like I see many friends on TikTok to hang out together and paint, for example, the pumpkins or other stuff they do together. It's so cool.
Yeah. I saw this woman, she showed up at her best friend's door. She said, I can't hang out today because I'm sad. And so her friend came over anyway, and she's like, I bring you a soda. We're just gonna hang out and be sad together. And I was just like, see, we need people like everybody needs a friend like that. And it's just
Mhm.
like, I'll
Yeah.
show up for you. It doesn't matter if you're sad. It doesn't matter if you're happy. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna hang out.
Mhm. Sometimes we need that chill. Chill friends. I know. But this was so much fun. This
It was. I would
podcast.
never do this more.
Yeah, it was so
Okay.
much fun, and at the same time, it wasn't perfect because we didn't talk just about all the time about perfectionism, but it was understood that it is about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And thank you so 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 much for doing this with me today.
Thank you. This is so beautiful.
Yes, and all of you, if you want to work with Amanda, I forgot the name, with Amanda, I will post her
Yeah, you can.
information on the
Yeah,
description,
I'm.
YouTube video about her art where you can buy it, and also if you want a reading with her, uh,
Mhm.
tarot reading, you can also check on that.
Yeah.
Okay, love.
All right.
See you in the next episode. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Okay.
Bye, guys.